building an audience right now. Oh god, and it's like right in my cleavage. Let me here we go. I'm probably gonna end up, it's like choking me. I'm gonna end up taking that out.
See, you know why Xena wears all that stuff?
No,
Because
you're gonna tell me.
Because you need 2 months and an act of Congress and an army to get her out of it.
Yeah, it's actually, it wasn't that difficult to put all this on. Really, it wasn't.
Well, I know. I helped you get dressed.
As long as you get help. Yeah. Mike dressed me. I was in my underwear.
I dressed her up, not dressed her down.
So.
Insert Madonna joke here.
Everybody's probably doing trick-or-treating stuff, but what we were doing was...
Tricking. That's what she said.
He was tricking me out. We were taking part of this, the test for the, what was it called? Oh, the RP exam. We were registered parliamentarian exam. Yes, and I don't know.
They're being gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, if anyone ends up wanting to comment, I like that because it doesn't matter either way because it's getting recorded. People will watch later, but we like the live interaction. But we went. There's 400 questions in part one.
Part one. Well,
yeah.
There's 325 and a couple other ones and 150 another one. This thing is huge.
That's what she said. Wait, hold on. Let me get my glasses, because the warrior princess needs glasses. Hold on, where's it? Here we go.
That's what she said.
Now I feel powerful. So we decided there was a breaking point, and we were going to grade the first 60 questions to see how we were doing.
Right.
And, yeah. So that's what we're going to do now. And any that we get wrong, we're going to go over and try to figure out why. We make, I'm not a good warrior. My warrior knee just went out. It just popped. And it hurt. Oh my god, I'm way too old for this warrior princess stuff.
This is her knee.
Yeah, my god, no.
I upgraded my phone, folks. So I'm busy goofing around with it, too.
I don't have oof. Yeah, this is my knee. That's my knee. Right there. So...
You need to get the Han Solo one where the thing falls on him. Empire Strikes Back, he goes, ow!
I need more sound effects. I've just been too busy. Oh, before we get started, though, because I am a warrior princess, I've got my castle goblet today. And can you open my champagne? Because the warrior princess is too weak. It's too weak to open it. Oh, so I got really nervous the first part of this. The way, I know my shit, but the way these questions are worded, they make you feel like an idiot. I mean, did you feel that way?
Some of them were kind of tricky that made me stop and think.
But didn't it make you feel... It made me feel incompetent when I know I'm not. I mean, I'm not the best, but I know I'm not incompetent.
Yeah, but you've got to remember April wrote half these questions.
Did it make you feel that way, though? Did it make you feel a little incompetent?
A little bit.
Or is it just me?
A little bit. Then you've also been studying harder for this than I have, too.
Well, I was in the beginning, but when you have a fucking test that takes 2 years... Okay, this is like super cheap, as you could tell, like champagne that you could just like screw the top off, and it's a single. Yeah, this is definitely what the winos are getting, like when you give them money on the side of the road.
No, that comes in a box.
This came in, I'm sure there was champagne in a box too. So I'm doing mimosas, so that was half champagne.
I'm just doing Pepsi, so.
And yeah, that's what he said.
What?
There's got to be like Fireball or something in there.
No, there's not.
And then the rest is orange juice. And we'll see how this tastes.
Champagne and orange juice. What would that be?
A mimosa.
Okay.
I love mimosas.
Because there's vodka and orange juice. That's a screwdriver.
Yeah, no, it's just this is what you're supposed to have for breakfast when you're an alcoholic. But it's delicious, and I love mimosas.
Thankfully.
I usually do these when I take a bath. I love them.
Do you bathe in it? Mm-mm. Okay.
You want to taste it?
No, that's okay.
It's delicious. And my mouth was only right here.
Well, I know where your mouth's been. At least I think I do anyway.
Oh, that's what she said. It's delicious.
Not bad.
It's really good, and it's not.
I prefer screwdrivers myself, but that's just me.
They're good too. That's
the old joke. You know, vodka and orange juice is a screwdriver, right?
Yes, I do.
What's a vodka and prune juice? Pile driver.
Oh God.
Not my joke. That's a puke and snot joke.
Do you know though what's delicious? I'm going to tell you something.
That's what she asked.
Yeah. And it sounds gross. That's what she said. But it's actually delicious. You know what Kahlua is, right?
Yes.
Okay, Kahlua and orange juice.
Okay.
You want to know what it tastes like?
Huh?
A Tootsie Roll. Exactly like a Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Rolls I don't care for. So
Oh, okay. But that's what it
Every time
tastes
I look
like.
at a Tootsie Roll, I think of a turd, okay?
It does look like okay, there's a cake you can make with the big Tootsie Rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And you bake the cake in a cat litter pan.
Oh, God.
And it's a crumble cake, and you put in the Tootsie Rolls, and you serve it with the cat pooper scooper.
It sounds like something for a haunted house.
It is. It's wonderful, though. I should have made
By the
that
way,
today.
happy Halloween's darlings.
I should have made that today for you. The cake, it's wonderful. Oh, God, you can look it up online, but it is great.
See,
And
to me, Tootsie Rolls are the equivalent of the Baby Ruth in the swimming pool.
Yeah, well,
And if
Baby
you know
Ruth,
what that refers to.
yeah, that, and then he picks it up and like, remember, and they freak out.
Yeah.
Was that Bill Murray?
Yeah, it was in the Caddyshack.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
One of the great movies of the 80s. You can't make these days.
So, no, you definitely couldn't.
Although, they are making History of the World Part 2, finally.
Jay,
It's going to be a miniseries, but they're making it. Thank you, Mel Brooks.
you know who's not here? Is JJ.
Okay.
You have to let him know. And I'm getting tired, like, of let's take the words off for today, because I think it's distracting from my tits. We never want to distract from my tits.
That's true. We give Carol Moore something to
Yeah,
worry about.
okay, so here we go. Because we need to make some money. We need some super chats. I'm not above using the cleavage to make money. So anyone out there, if you're let me take off my sword. Well, first hold on.
I just sent JJ a message.
Okay. hold on. Oh my God. How do I get
Don't know.
help me. Help. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, Zena's taking her sword out. Here we go.
Excuse me, what I whipped this out.
Send us money. Okay. We're just gonna lay the sword down here. I'm dangerous with this.
That's a motion to lay it on the table.
Okay, now I can take the scabbard off.
Yes, I just made a parliamentary scene joke.
We'll put the scabbard back on, but see, it was getting in the way of the cleavage. All right. One thing, listen, I might not be good at many things, but I can fill out the Xena costume. That's all I can say. Okay, my sword's in my way now, though. And so, how are we grading this? Are you gonna...
I don't know, give me a second.
I'm just gonna lay the sword here, because if you tell me I'm wrong, when I know I'm not, will you, it tells me I'm right, or it gets the sword again.
She likes big shafts. She cannot
I
lie.
do. Look at the shaft on this thing. We are definitely not getting monetized.
But we need to be because just to get us to shut up on these jokes.
Well, it buys our pizza.
Pay us by the non joke. There you go.
Right. It pays for our pizza and our liquor. That's what all the super chats that are ever on Cult of RONR. That's what they go for.
It pays for our liquor.
And here's the breakdown with Birkenhoff.
It pays for our liquor. Who are we licking?
See, I don't think people believed I would actually do the costume.
Okay.
So, hold my sword, please.
That's what she said.
Yeah. See, look, I mean, it's good. Yay. And I even got I don't want to show you my crotch. I even got the boots. We're going to put the skirt down a little. So, yeah, I got the boots. And, yeah, I think it's pretty badass. But all right, here we go. I didn't want to give you a crotch shot. You have to pay extra for that.
that goes towards the stripper pole money.
Yeah, that'll be on OnlyFans. The crotch shot. Okay, thank you, sir. We're just gonna I'm just laying this on my lap for right now, and we're gonna. So you're gonna.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this?
Okay, you've got the answer key.
Yes.
So we're only gonna discuss the ones we get wrong. So
Okay.
go. Either of us get wrong, not both of us.
The first thing I'm going to do with this answer key is I'm going to take and mark where we stopped.
Yeah, and there's no errata.
Which is a bloody fucking miracle.
Allegedly. I need to get my pen. Oh, see, and everyone, I should have leaned this way. I need to get my pen. See, I'm not above using my boobs. Okay. Gotta work Work them if you got them.
I could make a statement that would get me in trouble, but I'm not going to say it.
We were going to put a bustier on Mike, too, because we were going to use his boobs.
But we don't have one in tie-dye. That's the problem.
We were going to monetize his cleavage.
If someone can find a corset in rainbow tie-dye, I'm interested. Just for the humor.
And who was the commenter who always said Valkyrie energy? Definitely I've got the Valkyrie energy today.
And by the way, Carol Moore, lump it.
But see, my anarchy symbol keeps
resting in the cleavage.
Yeah, and it's obscuring the view. You can't... Look, I'm going to have to take this off for today. And that's blasphemy for me, to take off.
Well, you still have the tattoo underneath
I do.
Underneath the grief, so...
Okay. No more obstruction. All right. Oops, my anarchy symbol. Okay.
And you wonder, people think I do this for the questions.
All right, now let's we'll be taking one thing off for each thing we get wrong.
Strip RONR. Okay.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be funny though?
That would be hilarious, but that's for OnlyFans.
But we'd have to just put on like 1 million shirts. Like I'm serious, like put on 50 t-shirts. Wouldn't that be funny though? That'd be super funny. Maybe New Year's Eve.
And invite Hahnemann.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Watch him
we'll invite JJ. And he'll get him all right.
No. Hahnemann would have a coronary.
But if we invited JJ, he'd get them all right. But seriously, like, put on 1 million t-shirts.
Hahnemann would come back and say, "You will not grade her test, period."
I'm already thinking I'm on the blacklist, and they're like, "Put hers last. We can grade it in 5 years. We've extended the deadline. We don't want hers in RP." Fail her ass. Let her get an education. Okay. All right. Say the answers, and we'll stop when either of us says we got it wrong. I already see, but you and I had different answers, so one of us got two wrong, maybe both of us.
Okay. Do you want to read the question and the answer? Or
No. We're only going to read the questions on the one which we get wrong.
Okay.
So just go through, and we're going to stop immediately when one of us gets something wrong.
Do we have like a red pen somewhere we can use?
I'm just going to check on the side here.
Okay. I'll do check and cross.
Yeah, check and X.
I'm going to actually move my Roberts out of the way for the moment because it's
so big.
That's what she said. No, actually, I don't have space over here. That's what she said too.
It's so big we can't wear it.
By the way, why was the hooker disappointed on Halloween? Because her John had a Halloweener. Don't tell your friends, folks.
Oh my God!
I'm not here all week.
You guys are killing me.
Hey, it's not many Halloween jokes.
Okay, guy. All right. Okay, we're going with the parliamentary stuff now.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
No.
Quit poking me with that thing.
That's what she said.
Here, that's a tip right here.
That's what she said. Just the tip.
Just the tip, yes.
Just the tip, baby. Just the tip. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready. Here we go. I'm ready.
Freedom to keep and bear arms.
I'm ready.
In this case, well, yeah, the arms are bare and this is bearing arms. Yep. Okay, 1B.
Okay, yeah, we got that.
Okay.
There's 2 is where we have
2 is C.
I got it right.
I got it wrong.
I got it right. All right, let's go through this.
Okay.
So you want... Okay, whoever gets it wrong reads the question and goes through.
Okay. Subsidiary, privileged, and incidental motions are A, which is what I said, ranking motions. B, privileged motions. C, the correct answer, secondary motions. D, pending motions. I'm belching up pepperoni. Wow. Sorry about
Delicious.
that. I'm belching up the sliced sausage.
You want to know why I knew this one? This was on one of the calendar ones, and I said A on the calendar. I remember getting this wrong and getting upset about it.
Okay, so in my case, I suck at ranking motions in terms of where they line up in the thing. So that's why I got it wrong. I understand why they say it's secondary. So.
Okay, do we need to then go through? Yeah. Is this not questionable? Okay. Yeah. Unless anyone ever objects from chat, when we don't think we need to go through it, we're not going through it. Okay.
Number 3, D. Excuse me. No, the answer is A.
A.
And I said D.
And I said B.
Okay.
But I should have looked above where it said where I had the answer as C, and I should have known it was secondary motions.
See, that's the thing I was looking at from a ranking thing, which is why I said D.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. Incidental motions, A, are classified as secondary motions
And they are. I should have gotten that.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. B are debatable. That depends on what they are.
Right.
C are incidental to immediately pending motions only.
And that's not correct because
Right.
you can have an incidental main motion.
Right. And then D have an assigned position of order in the order of precedence.
They don't.
And that's where I was, because I was equating that with the one before where it was ranking.
Well,
That's why I got them both wrong. Yeah.
Because you and I we both suck at the ranking thing.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of ignore that kind of shit. Because I don't know. I just find it boring, I guess.
Page 59.
Otto says, literally, Valkyrie energy.
Nice costume. Yeah.
Told you.
Page 59.
And everyone has permission today. Today, I give permission to comment on my boobs. Including you. Anyone can comment on my boobs. I'm giving permission. It's not sexual harassment when I said it's okay. All right.
Fine, I will say this directly. They're gorgeous.
They are. They're
Even if I didn't see them all, they're gorgeous.
Okay, so here's the ranking thing.
Okay, 59. This was lines 4 to 6. So.
And I'm looking actually.
Oh, it's in the box right at the top of the thing here.
Where? So what page?
59. Chapter 3, Section 5.
Okay, 59.
Right, this box.
Oh, okay.
Or these listings, yes.
Well,
This goes to both of them. Both the
those
previous-
are just classifications, so that's not ranking. Those are just classifications.
Well,
So-
it says incidentals are classified as secondary motions right there.
Right.
Yeah, which
But-
is question number 3.
Yeah, no, that's the answer. But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to go for is why it wasn't D,
Ah.
because I don't think they are. See,
Privileged incidental. Yeah, they're secondary.
here's the chart, and it ranking subsidiary or privileged,
right.
not incidental necessarily. I don't know. That whole thing confuses me.
Is there an order of precedence listed somewhere?
Yeah, back in your tinted pages.
Okay.
Order of precedence of motions.
What page is that in the table of rules relating? Window of related motions, simple motions. When it's in order.
Yeah, that whole thing confuses me. Okay, here's incidental motions back here, and it says precedent 61, 62.
Oh.
That's what I want to look at. Let's
Let
see.
me go back to where I was. Pardon my.
61, 62.
About line 10. Right there. The main motion, subsidiary motion, the 5 privileged motions all fall. Oh, there are 12 of those. Okay, that comes into play later. But anyway, order of precedent, which gives subsidiary motion ranked to 13 motions. The main motion is the bottom. We knew that. Each of the 12 is proper position in order, taking precedent over. See the chart. Also, see
here
the
we
chart on
go.
Tinted page 3 to 5.
62. Incidental motions have no rank amongst themselves.
Aha.
And none of them can be assigned a position in the order of precedence of motions.
Which means it just becomes first come, first served. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's the answer I was looking for it
Okay.
to aptly say it. And Julian says, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
Julian.
Halloween. I got all dressed up. Mr. Seebeck was supposed to be Gabrielle, but
I couldn't find the costume.
he just, he let me down.
I couldn't find the Hercules one either.
Yeah, Hercules would have been good.
Yeah.
He let me down. He let me down. Okay, all right, so,
I didn't get the memo either, so.
so did each of us get that wrong?
I said D. What'd you say?
Which one are we on?
Number 3.
I said B, so we were both wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me mark that X. Okay, continuing.
Okay. 4 is B.
Okay, got
Okay,
that.
I first said yes, then I said no. I said, no, that is right.
So you did B.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
5 is B. 6 is A. 7 is C. I'm not doing too bad here so far. That's 8 is A. I got that one wrong.
Okay, do we need to?
Okay, when a secondary motion is placed before the assembly, correct answer A, becomes immediately a pending question. B becomes the pending question. C, which is what I said, must be voted on before another motion can be made, or D is not debatable. I knew it wasn't D.
You know why it's not C, though?
Um,
Because an amendment is a secondary motion, and you can move to amend the amendment.
fair point.
That's why it wasn't C.
Fair point. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
Okay, 9, B. Got that one wrong too.
Oh, let's look at that then.
Which statement is true? I said A. Incidental motion. Well, first I said D, then I crossed on. Then I said A. A. Incidental motions have an assigned position of order in the process.
And we just read.
We just talked about that.
Right. So
that was me continuing the wrong line of
reasoning. If A wasn't one of them, would you have picked B or?
Yeah, I would have picked B because that is possible because you can have
the amendment to the amendment,
right?
Just like we talked about those two. I'm finding the questions.
There are 12 ranking motions. That is actually true. Actually, there's 13 with the main. So yeah, so that's why I first thought that made sense. And I said no, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, and I'm finding these questions are related to each other, like you said.
Yeah.
If you
upstairs, yeah.
But if you answer one wrong, you could do a waterfall.
Which is what happened to me here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 10.
Okay, 10 is B. I said C. Good Lord, I'm sucking now.
Okay, let's look.
I said I was doing well, now I started sucking ass. Yeah, okay.
Oh, the reason...
All the following are true of a secondary motion, except A, it can be made and considered a while another motion is pending.
That's true.
Correct answer B, it can only one secondary motion can be pending at a time.
And
we
you
just
can have
mentioned
two.
that.
Okay, so those were related. You just had a waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the... We got to be very careful of that.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's no doubt about that. Anyway,
yeah.
11 is D. Yeah, I got that one right.
Okay.
12 is B. I got that one right. 13, B. Got that one wrong.
Oh, and I know that. Oh, no, wait a minute. Which of the four... Did you get that right, 12?
No, I did not. I got 12 right. 13 I got wrong.
I mean, 13. What was 13?
B.
Which of the wait, let's
Which of the four lowest...
What did you pick?
A.
So did I.
Which of the four lowest ranking subsidiary motions may be undebatable? A, postpone indefinitely. B, which was what we said. B, amend, which is the right answer.
Wait, but amend is never undebatable.
Amend is always debatable.
We're going to look at this.
C, commit or refer. D, postpone to a certain time. Okay, now just a freaking minute here. That doesn't... Okay, page 66, F5 to 7. So that doesn't...
The whole idea... Yeah, that doesn't
I'm going directly to postpone indefinitely. Is not amendable, is debatable.
Page 66. I'm going to go to the...
It says maybe undebatable. Okay, wait a minute. 66...
The fact that we both had the same wrong answer, there's something we're both misunderstanding or it's wrong. So 66.
Get to the right page, yeah.
So I'm going to read the...
It is lines...
the question is, for everybody, Adam, what should your costume be if you're trying to be a Democrat for Halloween? A skeleton.
Dr. Fauci?
A skeleton.
Or Joe Biden?
Well, don't be redundant.
No, he's not a skeleton. He's just...
Almost.
He's just a twat.
He's almost a skeleton.
Come on, man.
give it a few years. Okay.
Well, actually, you could be an anal criminal.
But
hey, JJ.
Hey, this is for you, JJ. I promised, so you would reconsider.
I thought Xena was an X.
This it is an X, but the dog Xena here is a Z. The dog Xena is spelled with a Z, but the real Xena is spelled with an X. But I'm just like so ass mad that JJ keeps negging me.
Phone says boing.
You know? JJ and his negging, I'm trying to at least get some compliments out of JJ. Because he read Roosh's books or something. Okay. No, so which of the question that...
Okay, here's the question.
We're disputing is which of the four lowest ranking subsidiary motions may be undebatable? A, postpone indefinitely. B, amend. C, commit or refer. D, postpone to a different time. Both of us. I forgot your name for a minute. But both of us said postpone indefinitely.
Xena and what's her name? Yeah. What's his name?
But they said the answer is amend, and that just doesn't make any sense to me.
How can amend be undebatable? That's more confusing.
Okay, so I'm looking where it says here.
66, 5 to 7, excuse me.
Debate and amendment can be closed on a motion or a series of motions that are debatable.
Let's back up a little bit.
Amendment.
Okay. Whoops. There's too many pages. I'm confused.
The 4.
Okay, back up a previous page. Let me read. Debate can also be limited or extended on any debatable motion, asterisk, that is immediately pending or on a specified series of pending motions, including immediately pending question. And similarly, debate and amendment can be closed on a motion or a series of motions that are debatable and amendable, or amendment can be closed on motions that can be amended but not debated. The 4 lowest ranking subsidiary motions that can't be debated except that amend is undebatable when it is applied to an undebatable motion.
I don't understand this.
Debate of the 3 highest rank of subsidiary motions is
Since that would defeat
not permitted, since that would defeat the purpose. So they're saying, yeah, it could be, you can debate and amend unless the amend is applied to an undebatable motion.
But but isn't postpone indefinitely?
I'm flying off the left side of the frame. Well, that's because the camera is a little bit over that way.
Isn't?
There, how's this?
Aren't we adorable?
Ow.
Oh,
Bonk.
Oh, bonk. But isn't I could always just move the camera. Isn't postpone indefinitely, though? Is that debatable?
Actually, I think it is. Hang on a minute.
Postpone, so...
Page 127, I just went to the tab.
Okay.
Standard characters is debatable.
All right, so we just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Because I still don't understand that comment about amend. Do you?
No. Well, okay, what they're saying here is that the exception is that amend is undebatable when it is applied to an undebatable motion.
No,
So what?
It's not always. It's saying it can be when there's been a motion to limit or close debate. It says debate can also be limited or extended on any debatable motion that is immediately pending.
Right.
Okay, we understand that.
Keep going.
Similarly, it can be closed on a series of motions,
Right.
correct, that are debatable
Keep going.
and amendable. Or amendment can be closed on motions that can be amended but not debated.
Right, but then read the next sentence.
I know, but that makes no sense.
What they're saying, I think what they're saying there, and JJ helped me out on this, is that if the motion that you're applying the amendment to is debatable, then the amendment is debatable, but if it's not, it's not. I think that's what they're trying to say there.
Okay, but there's a premise here they didn't include in the question.
Is the
It's in the
privilege motion-
context of a motion to close or limit debate. That's here. It's not an inherent characteristic.
But that's not what the question's asking.
I know. That's why we both got it wrong.
Yeah. It says maybe undebatable. That's what, yeah, I know.
But recess wasn't one of them, JJ.
The privileged motion to recess is only debatable if there's a dispute over who gets to play on the swings.
It's debatable, the privileged motion to recess. Isn't it?
Never was when I was in school.
It's debatable.
Teacher said no.
Is it? No, I'm asking you. Is it debate? It is. Because you can change the time,
I would think so.
right? You could say recess for 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So now we're going into the weeds here. Let's look up what recess.
And yes, I was making elementary school playground jokes there.
But he said the privileged motion to recess.
Oh, that's right. We weren't privileged. We were just kids.
Privileged motion.
Around 2:30ish.
Okay, 2:30 through 2:33. We're on the 11th, yes, because that's what the test is on the 11th.
Yes. Privileged motion to recess is not debatable.
I thought it was.
Standard characteristic number 5.
Well, then I'm. It's amendable, but see, I always
Which is
consider.
debatable 6. Yeah.
And then the amendment is the amendment debatable?
It says here under 6 is amendable as to the length of the recess. Any such amendment is undebatable.
Ah, there we go. That gives us our answer here.
Okay.
Okay, that's where I fucked up.
We just fucked it up. Okay.
No, but JJ, what a good teacher. And I'm drinking mimosas right now, though. So
I'm just drinking straight Pepsi.
no need to shout, JJ. No need to shout.
What?
No, it's not, it wasn't. He was answering. Ugh. Mike helped me get into my breastplate. He did. I'm like, tighten it up, baby. Because this is a separate piece. It is separate armor. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 3 layers there.
Yeah. It's
At least.
It's a lot. Okay.
As I said before, some of the audience arrived. The reason why she wears that armor is because it takes you an hour and an army to get out of it.
Oh, no, look. Got some armor on those boobs. Okay.
Okay, 14.
14.
The answer is C.
Yes,
And I got that wrong.
Okay, what did you have?
Okay, here's the question. Which of these subsidiary motions has no corresponding incidental main motion?
Okay.
And A, commit or refer. I first said that, and said no. I changed my mind.
All right.
B, which is what I said, was limit or extend limits of debate. C, previous question. Or D, postpone indefinitely.
No, it's definitely C.
And I think I know why I wasn't thinking C, because I was getting incidentals and regular main motions
Right,
confused.
right.
Yeah.
And you can do limit or extend limits of debate as a main motion. There doesn't have to be anything pending. Right. That's
Well, no, wait a minute. Let me ask this question though. If nothing's pending, but that's not an actual item to be taken, is that a main motion or an incidental main motion?
It's an incidental main motion. Here it's saying it's a subsidiary motion which don't have a corresponding.
Okay.
There's
Because later on, some of the questions there was the issue of incidental main motions. That's why I was asking the question.
But there's no corresponding main
It's
motion
C
for a
and
previous
D.
question because you can't have a main motion of a previous question.
Wait a minute. We just got a knuckleball.
It's C and D.
In the 12th?
Yeah, we're not in the 12th though.
So postpone indefinitely can be a subsidiary in 12. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Next,
Number 15.
Next page. 15 was, where are we? Here we go. D. I got that one right. 16. C.
Fuck.
Yeah, I got that one wrong too.
Okay, no, and I was confused about it. So let's I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
Which subsidiary motions may be made as incidental main motions when no other motion is pending?
Okay. I said A, commit man on the table.
Me too.
Okay.
And the reason for me why I picked A is because a motion to amend is not an incidental main motion.
That's exactly why I eliminated the other three.
Exactly. That's why I did. I saw they all had amend.
Yeah. I did the exact same thing.
Okay. We had the same thought process. That's
Yes.
scary. So let's look why we were allegedly wrong.
Yeah, because you can't have an amend.
It's not a main motion. Amend
It
can never
can't
be a main motion.
Exactly.
It's like how previous question can't be a main motion.
Yes. Okay, 66 again, line 18 to 22.
And this isn't one of the errata.
Yeah.
So 66.
Right under your thumb. Yeah. Incidental main motions correspond to subsidiary motions. For each of the first 5 subsidiary motions, that is, for all except the previous question and land the table, there is a corresponding incidental main motion of the same name that can be made when no other motion is pending.
Okay. The only thing I could amend something previously adopted. Tricky.
I call party foul on that one because I would argue that's a different.
It's an amend.
That's different than the base amend of a motion, though.
Oh no, he's right. You know what else I was going there because you want to know what I was about to say? Amend the agenda, which is a form of the motion to amend something previously adopted. Oh, what was the right answer?
The right answer was amend.
But
C.
C.
Postpone indefinitely, amend, commit or postpone to a certain time,
Okay.
and limit or extend limits of debate.
Okay. Tricky. I mean, I'll concede. I concede on that. That is tricky, though.
Yeah, that's...
See, these are a little too long. She never said that. Oh, my strap's falling off. My clothes are falling off around you, Mike. Why is that? Must be your
I thought you said we were playing strip runner here.
Yeah. JJ, we're thinking of doing strip Robert's Rules of Order on New Year's Eve. But we're going to wear like 100 pairs of shirts. No, shirts don't come in pairs. What is a shirt? Like, what do you just say? 100 shirts.
100 shirts, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, we'll just be coming in here looking like the Goodyear man. Goodrich, with the tires. But,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I think that would be fun. We were going to invite you, but you'd kick our ass, and you'd end up fully clothed, and we'd be in our underwear. And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants us to get to that point either.
Yeah,
but anyway.
yeah. Because you'd get them all right. So that's not fair.
Unless we change the rules, I haven't got one right yet. It takes them off.
And we could have invited Richard, and he'd get them all right, except for whether a trial is needed for the secretary, because he fucked that up. Richard Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you, dude, but
You got that one
But
wrong.
sorry, I'm like must be getting a little drunk because this writing down here, I thought it was on my screen. I'm like, somebody write on my screen. He fucked that up bad.
Anyway.
I am so disappointed in you, Richard.
Let's get back to the questions here.
Okay, so we got that one wrong.
Yeah. 17B. 18B. 19B. 20A.
What the fuck? Sorry.
I got
What
that one wrong.
what did you
too.
have?
I said D.
I said B. All right.
Privileged motions as a class are distinguished by which of the let me start that over. Privileged motions as a class are distinguished by which of the following conditions? A, which was the correct answer, they do not relate to pending business. B, unlike subsidiary motions, they do not fit into an order of precedence.
That's what I said.
C, they are identical to questions of privilege. I thought about that and I'm like, no, that's too easy. And D, they allow interruption with debate of many other questions, which is what I said.
That is true too.
I would think.
All right.
Isn't a privileged motion like, can we please turn on the air conditioning?
Yeah, well, that's one of
Or
them.
is that a question? Okay, let's start at the beginning. Question of privilege is not identical to a privileged motion. What's the difference? Because that was C, and that definitely was not the right answer.
So what was the right answer again?
A.
They do not relate. They can relate to pending business, though, can't? See, I think I overthought it because, like a privilege. Because it's a question of privilege. Let's go look. Okay, I'm getting really confused.
Okay, it was the very next section we were at, right down here.
Okay, characteristics of privileged motions as a class. Unlike subsidiary or incidental motions, privileged motions, I'm thinking of questions of privilege. So what's the difference? Do not relate to the pending business, but have to do with special matters of immediate and overriding importance, which, without debate, should be allowed to interrupt the consideration of anything else.
Oh, they say allow interruption with debate of many other questions on D.
Oh, tricky.
You bastards.
Tricky.
You said B.
I said B, and that's definitely wrong.
Like subsidiary motion, or the 5 privileged motions fit into an order of precedence. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong. What's the difference between a privileged motion and a question of privilege, then?
Okay, hang on. Next page. Privileged motions as a class are known as privileged questions, which should not be confused with questions of privilege described in connection with the second motion listed below.
Okay.
And below that, if a pressing situation is affecting a right or privilege of the assembly or of an individual member, for example, noise, inadequate ventilation,
that's what we were talking about.
Subject's presence, the member can raise a question of privilege which permits him to interrupt the pending business to state there is a request for a motion. If the matter is not simply be taken up care informally, the chairman makes a ruling as to whether the admitted as a question of privilege and whether it requires consideration before the pending business is resumed. So in other words, if you are saying, hey, we turn on the air conditioning, that doesn't necessarily rise to the level of a privileged motion, but it can be a question of privilege.
Okay, well.
Okay. I couldn't just say that in the first place.
Well,
anyway.
this was one I wasn't sure of. I had questions about it when I was doing it.
I read through it too fast, and the with debate and the without debate threw me off. Okay, 21. Where are we? Here we go.
I think I got this one wrong.
C.
I got it wrong.
I got it right.
I got it wrong, and never mind. Because, never mind. I was thinking, okay, I'll just tell you why. I thought it was an incidental motion, because their point is it's not related to the pending business. But to me, if you can't hear or it's too cold, it kind of is related to the pending business because you can't deal with the pending business, but I understand.
See, for me, the big thing was that no business was pending, which put me back to main motion. So I knew it wasn't incidental or subsidiary.
Well, but incidental can be a main motion.
But not when you have main motion as a different choice. It's just incidental and not incidental main motion.
Well, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, next page. 22. D.
What's a passing grade on this?
I have no freaking clue.
I think it's 80%.
Probably, but
I think I remember reading that in the intro.
I would guess that because a lot of these certification exams need 80%.
Yeah, I think I remember reading it in the beginning.
That's a guess. Anyway, 22. D.
Yes.
Yes. 23. A. No.
I got that.
Okay, I got that one wrong.
Okay, let's look at
The
it.
chair responds or directs a member to respond to which of the following requests and inquiries? Correct answer A, request for information. B, request for permission to withdraw a motion. C, request to be excused from a duty. Or D, all of the above. I said D.
I originally was going to say D until I saw or directs a member to respond. So when there's a request for information, such as during when I was doing the close the back door, and one lady said, "Why doesn't Mr. Starr do whatever?" And the chair had directed then Sarwark, Mr. Starr, to answer the question. So that's how I knew.
Okay.
That was the key, or directs a member. Because I originally was going to do D as well.
Okay. 24. C. Yay. 25. B.
What?
I said A.
I said A too.
The introduction of which of the following motions always brings business before the assembly? A.
Oh,
take
I
from the
get it
table.
now.
B is the correct answer. Amend something previously adopted. C. Discharge a committee. Or D. Reconsider.
I see why it's at
Excuse me.
B now.
Okay, why is it B?
Because take from the table can be defeated. It's not actual business. When you're moving to amend something previously adopted, that is actual business.
Okay.
A, take from the table is preliminary to actual business. If it's passed, it
okay.
will bring actual business.
C, I understand why that would be the case because, again, no actual business.
Right.
And reconsider, yeah, you got to...
It's also
preliminary.
precedent to bring in actual business.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Okay.
26, last question of this section was D.
Yes.
I got that one right. Okay, the next section that section was involving description of motions of all classifications. The next set of questions involves main motions, according to the way they divide this shit up. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. 27, B.
Yes.
Okay. I have this sheet up here, so I'm really
Okay.
kind of leaning into here. 28A. Yeah, I got that one right. Change page. 29. This one I got confused about. But I said C, and it is C.
Oh, I fucked up then.
I started to say B, and then
I
changed
said
my mind.
B.
I changed my mind.
I said B, so let's wait. Let's
Okay.
go through this.
An example of an incidental main motion.
Oh, while business is pending, that wouldn't be a
motion
main
to-
motion.
Right.
Okay, never mind. I messed up.
A was adopt recommendations of a committee to whom the motion is referred, which doesn't make any sense. B, take a recess while business is pending. That one I thought, then I changed my mind.
Yeah.
C, ratify emergency action taken at a meeting when no quorum was present. There's a lot of ratify questions in this section.
There is.
Yeah. And
Which I've never had any experience with.
me neither. I was looking at it going,
Yeah, I've never had any experience with that.
D, oppose a new municipal tax at the time. Now, first of all, that is not an
Actually,
incidental main
we do
motion.
have experience.
That is a standing rule.
Actually, we do have experience with ratification.
We do?
Once.
The virtual convention?
At the 2020 in-person convention, they did do a resolution to ratify the decisions of the virtual convention.
That's right. Okay, that was it.
They didn't word it as ratification.
Yeah.
I think they said approve, but it was a ratify.
Yeah, D, oppose a new municipal tax this time. That is not a...
Wait, no, what was 30?
No, we're still on 29.
Oh, okay.
Oppose a new municipal tax at this time.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
always do that.
That's not an incidental main motion.
Yeah, that's a standing rule.
No, that's not even a standing rule.
That's just a principle.
Yes.
Should tax? No. No, unless the next word is be eliminated
Or reduced.
or abolished.
Abolished, reduced, or repealed, yes.
Oh my
Or
God,
similar.
though. So I was at that thing.
Up at Broomfield?
Yeah, and all they wanted to do was more government. I mean, the RCV group was on its own.
Is Broomfield, does it have a single government level for that because it's a city and county, or is there two of them there?
Has two.
A city and a county?
A city and a county. Even though the county is the
The
city.
city, like Denver, yeah.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't the RCV people, because they really were separate.
Right.
And it was only about a group of 5 people that were only there for RCV.
Right.
But there was a whole bunch of people there for and they were all just, and our progressive agenda, we want this and we want that. And I'm like, well, somebody please get me a bucket, because I keep throwing up in my mouth, and I don't want to keep swallowing it. That's what she said.
That's what municipal garbage cans are for.
You missed such a good.
No, I heard it. I heard it.
You missed it. Oh my God, it was so perfect.
I heard it. I just ignored it.
It was a perfect setup. Okay. Well, let's continue. But yeah, I was just. And then there was Moms for Defensive.
Moms Demand Action.
Oh yeah, I thought it was for defensive action. Whatever. Moms Demand Action. That
Basically,
was
they're a bunch of gun grabbers.
But
they're tied into the Brady Bunch and similar type nonsense.
Yeah, but there was hardly anyone there for that. They weren't. I mean, I'm sure most of the Democrats there agreed, but they weren't there for that.
Well, of course not. After all, guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin does.
Oh, and he says, do you have that, JJ? Because I don't have the National Parliamentarian Winter 2021.
I didn't think it's come out yet. We haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a new one?
Well, yeah, but it's winter.
I kept thinking it was 2022 right now.
I wish. It'd be a lot better than this past year.
Maybe.
We hope.
Maybe. Well, okay, I will see that. Retroactivity. That sounds like radioactivity.
Sounds like a Def Leppard album.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That was retroactive.
But still.
Yeah.
Crap, I forgot what else I was going to say with this.
But
what people don't realize, and I was saying this with the board the other day.
There's no watch there. Check your time.
I wasn't checking my time. I was just doing this. I don't ever have a watch on until I get an Apple Watch, which I wanted for my birthday, but we were broke. So whenever Wayne makes a real estate deal, he's got to buy me a birthday present.
Wayne, get the watch.
Yeah. He, for some reason, is so opposed to getting me an Apple Watch. It's like become like a matter of principle now.
I won't buy a watch because I keep breaking them all the time. That's just me.
Now I want
I'm
one.
Cursed like that.
Because I get dinged on the on the seasonal delivery things I'm doing. We have to put this like monitoring app on both of our phones, on the delivery phone and this phone. And if you even touch the phone while the car isn't in park, you get dinged for unsafe driving.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, but the Apple Watch, I can look at my messages.
Are you sure it wouldn't ding you for that?
No, you don't have to put it on your watch. Your watch, it doesn't have a program for the watch. The watch is very limited.
But it's not synced in?
You can unsync it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But the other drivers told me all kinds of like things. Oh, when you know you're going to have to just go into airplane mode for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While you're in park. Yes.
Yeah, but...
Anyway.
I have all kinds of complaints.
30.
No, but there was some... Oh, what people don't understand, though, because the lady who organizes RCV here is a Green, that Greens are pro-gun. Even though they're farther left.
They are?
Oh, they are. So when I said to Linda, we need to make sure the board is concerned that these three groups all have a meeting place at the same time. Libertarians, I said, are pyrotechnically opposed to Moms Demand Action. And she said to me, as a Green, maybe I wouldn't describe it as pyrotechnically, but they can, like, something like, they can go on by, or they can leave me by, or something like that. No, Greens are in favor of gun rights.
I have to revisit their platform because they used to not be that way back in the early 2000s.
All the Greens I know, and Linda, who again, you know Linda Templin from RCD. Yeah, she's pro-gun.
Huh.
It came out earlier this year, JJ, so we would like it.
Because in the early 2000s, the Greens were very anti-two-way.
Maybe it's just the Colorado Greens. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
But anyway.
Anyway, the middle of 30.
Yes.
30 was C.
Okay.
Got that one. 31, B. 32, C. 33, A. 34, A.
What?
I got that one wrong.
What did you put D?
I put D.
I put D.
Yeah.
But it probably doesn't always require a majority vote. That's got to be what the fuck is, right?
Main motion, if adopted, becomes the official recorded statement of action.
And I knew that was true. I knew that was true.
D, by the way, was all the above. So just to...
Right.
B may be stated as I so move, quote unquote, if a member makes a motion embodying something just said by the chair or another member in informal consultation during a meeting.
I thought that was true. That must be. Isn't that true?
We've certainly done it by custom anyway.
Okay. I guess it must be C that's wrong.
C always requires a majority vote.
But B must be wrong too if it's only A.
Well,
why is B wrong?
Well, no. If it's not D, then one of the three has to be correct and not the other two.
Right. Which means that B has to...
A is definitely right.
Yeah, but this means B is wrong.
Unless it's because of...
Now let's look.
It's because of the informal consultation during a meeting. I think that's my guess as to why.
Oh.
104.
That's it. That has to be it, because it was like an informal. Why is I so move out of order, JJ? JJ's saying it's... Why? JJ!
Okay, hang on. Here's where it is.
Okay.
104.14 on. If a main motion is adopted, it becomes the officially recorded statement of an act taken by the Assembly. That's A. A motion should therefore be worded in concise and unambiguous and complete form or purpose. That shows up in a question later.
It does.
It cannot employ a language that is not allowed debate. Duh. A member making a motion embodying something that has just been said by the chair or another member in a formal consideration during a meeting should avoid statements such as I so move, and should himself recite the complete motion that he offers. Right, that's it. Yeah.
Well,
It doesn't say it's out of order. It just should be avoided.
yeah, and you want to know what? That we're just, at the LPCO meetings, how many times do people go, yeah, that, I move it.
And that's the thing. It says because it says should avoid it. The option says maybe. Okay, it should be avoided doesn't mean you can't.
Right.
Which means you may.
Right. And
It's not good practice,
how many
but you
times
may.
did Joe Bishop Henchman make that where it said that the chair should avoid voting? And he's like, it doesn't say I can.
Yeah. Avoiding doesn't mean prohibited. It just means you shouldn't, but you still can.
Okay. Well,
I want to call that one a shitty question.
Yeah, we're not going to count that one wrong.
I mean, in the depth of it, what they're trying to conflate avoid it with a don't.
Yeah, but I think
with,
C is wrong.
They're trying to say don't is can't.
I think C is wrong though too. It does a main motion doesn't always require a majority vote, does it?
When would it not require a majority vote? That one means it would require a 2/3 or a majority of all the membership or something like that.
Do any main motions require more than regular main, not main incidental? Because...
Oh, yeah. Standard characteristic 7, the previous page.
And what's it say?
Requires a majority vote except A, when the motion proposes an action for which the bylaw or special rules of order prescribe a requirement of more than a majority vote, like a 2/3.
Yeah, like when you suspend your secretary. But that wasn't a main motion. That JJ said that wasn't a main motion. He said it was an incidental main motion.
Didn't say that here, but this is just...
No, but JJ said my suspension was an incidental main motion. And that's why you couldn't object to consideration of the question.
How was it incidental versus a main motion?
No, he says it was an incidental main motion. JJ, can you please... I don't know. I'm not JJ.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me it was an incidental main motion and that's why object to consideration of the question wouldn't work?
Well, I know you can't object to consideration question. You can't do that on an incidental. I know that.
He said it was an incidental main motion.
B, when the adoption of a motion would affect the suspending a rule of order, right, which requires 2/3, right, suspending a rule. Or C, when adoption of the motion would affect of changing something already adopted in a motion to postpone, etc. Okay, yeah, there are exceptions.
So there are exceptions. It's not always a majority vote. So we were wrong. We can't call it a shitty question.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they certainly are. They're certainly splitting a lot of hairs.
Yeah,
here.
there's parts of it that aren't so good.
They're splitting a lot of hairs here.
But I hope JJ explains. I hope I understand correctly that the leather.
Right.
Yeah, but now we went. I'm doing my leather here. But we went off on a rabbit trail. The motion to suspend me was what? An incidental main motion, correct? Or am I remembering incorrectly? That's what we're asking.
Yeah.
And then we're asking why. Why wasn't it just a main motion? Why is it an incidental main motion?
Yeah.
There's a delay, so
right.
that's why.
No, I understand that.
Or he just, or he's had too much to drink today. And I'm joking because he says he doesn't drink, which is like...
After all this, that would be surprising.
Okay. Are we ready for number 35?
Oh, here we go.
Because it deals with something. What do you mean something already done? That what? My behavior, you mean? My mean tweets?
That JJ doesn't follow.
It wasn't
not following.
Yeah, what was the thing already done? My mean tweets. Is that what was already done?
Yeah, I'm not following what you're saying.
Yeah, we're not picking up what you're throwing down, dude. And my shoulder pads are... There we go.
If you want, I can tighten them back up again.
I'm sure you would like that. No, pretty soon.
That's tighten, not loosen.
No. Oh, the election was already done.
No.
Leah, no, this isn't Leah. Though it does look like Leah with Jabba the Hutt.
Nah.
This part does. If it was just like a bikini,
it was brassier.
and it was a bikini. If this was just on the boobs, yeah.
Hey, Donner Party, what's eating you?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
My God, why have you forsaken me?
I can make cannibal jokes for a while. I mean, it doesn't help us any.
All right, so
35.
next.
35. D.
Yeah, we knew that. That was in that last.
You remember I said we saw that earlier, yeah. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Next page.
We're going to be taking this part off soon.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Okay.
Were you with the music?
Of course. Are we ready again? No,
Yes.
we
Next
are.
page.
Oh, no, that one? Okay.
35 is D.
Okay.
Next page. 36. D.
Yep.
37. B.
What? What did you put?
D.
So did I. Great minds think alike.
Well, I wouldn't call it great. Maybe twisted, but yeah.
Yeah. See, he said he was looking too closely. That's the point. That's the point. Okay, now that we actually have people
Well, if
here.
he's looking too closely, yeah.
Listen, I'm totally whoring out my boobs today for super chats because we need money for beer.
She's money for shoulder support.
Yeah, we need money for pizza and beer. So, my pimp over here said, "Okay, girlie, you got to show your tits."
I did not say that at all. I had no idea she was doing this till I got here.
Oh, he's like, come on now.
At which point she's like, help me get dressed.
He's like, we need to make some money, sweetheart.
Who am I to say no to a nice lady? Anyway.
So
okay.
Yeah, please. We
which
need mimosa. This is mimosa in my cathedral cup here.
We need titties and bear money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Putting the girls to work.
Anyway, okay. Which of the following is a proper main motion?
Oh God. Okay.
Bum chicka wow wow.
I'm upset. Which one did we get wrong?
No, you got to jiggle on that one.
Which one did we get wrong? Wait. Oh wait, but we didn't go on.
I'm going over the question right now.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. I've had too many mimosas, which means I need more.
HODL. Okay. I'm not sure what that means.
Hold.
Oh.
It's like the crypto speak.
No, I don't speak crypto.
If you
I barely speak English.
If you send me crypto, I will HODL.
Okay.
And in the low bar down there,
Which is not there.
No, it is. If they're watching he's watching on
Okay.
on YouTube.
It's not on our screen.
There is my Bitcoin address, and also I think Litecoin. I think I put Bitcoin and Litecoin.
Okay.
But I'll throw up Doge too. I'll take some Doge.
Doge.
And I think I put Ethereum. Did I put Ethereum?
I don't know. I don't do crypto, so I have a clue.
So I've got multiple crypto wallets down there. I do have people who regularly send me crypto.
I prefer.
Justin O'Donnell has sent me crypto.
I prefer physical money, but that's just me.
Oh, and I love my crypto.
Oh, hold on for dear life. Okay.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of ways we could take that statement, most of which are obscene.
Yeah, but it's used primarily in crypto.
No, I mean.
Yeah. And I am taking it in the crypto sense because I will take
You're
crypto.
taking it in the crypto sense?
Yes.
Okay, what position is that?
Any position you like, baby.
Back to the question.
Back to the question.
Which of the
right.
following is a proper main motion? No jiggling allowed. A, that our delegates be given no instructions. B,
What do I do with the lid to the... Well, never mind, I'll just drink it all.
the lid of the thing's over here.
No, the lid to the orange juice.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm going to get that now. Hold on. I don't want my sword to... Keep going. I'm listening.
Okay, well, I want the correct answer, so...
Oh, God. Where to go? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Found it.
B, ordered that the steward obtain impoundment of all unauthorized vehicles found parked on the club premises.
Bunch of fucking authoritarians. Was that the right answer?
That's the right answer.
Fucking authoritarians,
Yeah.
man.
C, that the club reaffirm its earlier resolution supporting the celebration of National Parliamentarians
Is there a
Day.
National Parliamentarians Day? Please tell me.
JJ says you dropped it. Yes, we know.
Please tell me.
And D, what I said, what'd you say, D2 as well?
I said D.
That the association go on record as not being in favor of the proposed public bond issue. Now, what the fuck is wrong with D?
Yeah,
D.
what's wrong with D? Particularly for libertarians. What's wrong with D? So let's, you go to the answer this time because I've been doing it.
All right, hang on, let me go. Excuse me while I whip this out.
That's what she said.
Yep. Actually, no, that's what he said.
Well,
That was
depends.
Blazing Saddles.
Are you assuming gender here?
No, I'm assuming the movie. It's Blazing Saddles.
What's glockenspiel?
What's,
Ah,
yeah, it's a musical instrument.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glockenspiel.
Okay, now this is what you need to do right now.
Make it make sense.
Okay, make it make sense.
105, 15 to 20. Okay, in this connection, it should be noted that voting down a motion or resolution that would express a particular opinion on is not the same as adopting a motion expressing the opposite opinion. We knew
Right.
that. Since a motion vote is voted down, neither opinion has been expressed.
Right. Right.
What does that have to do with anything?
Has nothing to do with any of this.
Okay, well, wait, actually, well, no wonder, I'm looking at the wrong citation.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll fuck it up. Let's go to the previous, up to the top of this, actually. 104 previous and then wrapping
No,
up.
no, but JJ says it has you refraining from something. No,
Well,
it
watch
doesn't.
stage left. Which stage left? My
Yeah.
stage left? Or
But JJ, it doesn't have us refraining from something. It is saying the bond issue sucks and you can shove it up your ass. That
is it a valid?
a valid main motion. Okay,
We just had one on that against 78.
the Radical Caucus. The Radical Caucus.
Oh, the sword.
Yeah. The Radical Caucus moved, hereby resolved, the state sucks.
Yes.
And we debated how many exclamation points should go behind that. But we finally...
And you resolved it to how many?
I don't remember. It was a lot. So it's not refraining from taking a position. It's taking a position that they're opposed.
Yes.
That's not refraining.
You refrain to take a position if
Is
the original
neutral.
is neutral, which is the default position, unless you pass a motion stating the contrary.
Right,
Either
this-
for or against something.
Right. This is... Okay.
0 does not equal 1, does not equal -1.
We are claiming that this is... Why isn't this a valid main motion? That the association go on record as not being in favor of the proposed public bond issue.
We're saying they oppose it. Oh, wait a minute. Because it's not in favor.
Not in
versus
favor is
opposing.
imposed.
No, it's not. We just answered our own question.
I don't
Not
agree.
being in favor could be neutral or oppose. Versus in favor.
No, it's being opposed, though. If you're not in
No,
favor...
no. Oppose is the -1. It could be the 0. A favor is the 1.
I think...
I get what they're saying.
I
understand.
yeah, JJ. I don't agree.
No, I understand what they're saying now.
Okay, well, we can move on
I
then.
get it, but it was a little tricky.
But what was the right answer?
B?
Okay, I could see why that's the right answer. I just don't like it because it was authoritarian.
Yeah. And then it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. It's just weird. 38, D.
What? Yeah.
I had A.
Oh, no, I had
All
D.
the
So
above.
let's see.
Voting down a motion that would express a particular opinion. Yeah, is not the same as adopting a motion expressing the opposite. That is
Correct.
true.
That's true.
We're just talking that.
Right?
B means that no opinion
That's
has been
true.
expressed. That is also... That could be true.
It is true. No opinion.
What if there's another motion that already been passed that says something else? Anyway.
Well, that's like...
In and of itself, yes. C means that a member feels the organization should be silent on the matter.
Yes.
Yeah, usually, although they could have voted down for a different reason. Or D, all the above. Oh, yeah, I can live with all the above, but
Okay.
I think C is making assumptions that you can't really make.
Well, I got it right, so I'm just going to be like,
That's what she said.
Okay.
Stick out your tongue.
Whoa.
How many questions are you
Okay, a lot. Hey, listen, there's 400 questions in this part of the exam. We only did 60, and we're going over the ones that we're getting wrong with you guys. And then we're going to go back and take some more.
Yes.
That's what we're doing today.
There's over 1,200 questions in this test.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today.
We're doing this in small chunks. That's what she said.
But
small pieces.
Ooh. Small chunks sounds really gross. Okay, there should never be small chunks of anything.
Small pieces.
Well, that
small
also.
Parts.
But definitely small chunks should not be involved in any sexual experience. No chunks allowed. Oh,
yes,
God.
Lydia, I actually helped her dress this morning.
We'll
talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh, God. What else? There was something else. I have been drinking too much. Oh, there's a reason, though, why we're doing this. I'm pissed off.
We're gluttons for punishment.
As usual, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at NAP, and that's why I'm going to call them NAP, because I know they don't like it.
Not to be confused with non-aggression principle. We're not talking about that.
Well, if anyone's going to be confused about the non-aggression principle, it'll be the LNC. That seems to be their job.
Uh-huh.
Bada bing.
Bada boom.
And so I've been taking the new RP test for 2 years now. And they grade things every 5 months, which is the most unprofessional.
They grade something when they finally see the Jell-O melt.
Okay. It's more of a clown car than the LNC. Right now, the administration of the new RP exam is way more of a dumpster fucking fire than the Libertarian Party's national committee right now. And I didn't think anything could be more.
I wouldn't say they were slow, but I seen snails move faster. In reverse.
Yeah, it was kind of my goal this year to get my RP. And the old test, which we're doing a study guide for right now, is valid till the end of the year, as long as you pass, was it 2 sections by the end of the year, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm actually considering, and I wrote them and asked them if I could, I did write them.
Yeah.
And they said I could take the old one and pass it, and still continue taking the new one.
Okay.
So I kind of have a double RP or whatever. Because I already paid for the new one. And I do think it's interesting the way they test, and I am learning things. But I want my freaking RP.
But it's slower than
Right.
It's slower than avalanches moving up.
I just wanted to make sure I wouldn't be disqualified from taking the remainder of the new test if I took the old one. Because I paid for it. I want to take it.
I'm like, what the hell's over my shoulder? But okay.
Yeah. It's proving that I came up with Artie against the next mandate. Okay. So they said I could. They said even if I take the old one and pass it, I can continue taking the new one. Mm-hmm. That's all so I got that answer out of them. Try getting an answer out of them. Hey, when are you going to grade the submission I put in July? And they're like, we're behind.
No, which the answer is?
Hello, Captain Obvious.
Which the answer is, no shit, Sherlock. That's why we're asking.
No answer. And I did have to resubmit one assignment, which shows the inconsistency of the grading. So I had assignment I submitted 2 different graders. One gave me a stellar score, and the second gave me a failing score. Mm-hmm. So I had to resubmit. And that's fine, whatever. I learned some things out of it. The old test, what do you mean is time limited? You mean for passing? Yeah, you have to pass 2 sections by December. But my goal, if I'm going to take it, is to pass the whole thing by December. I'll just unless they make you wait certain amounts of time.
Which they've been doing.
Well, I don't know about with this one. But my goal this year was to have my RP. And I'm so frustrated because I'm not even near the end of the new one.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through it.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
It's been 2 years almost. It's about 20 months, I think.
Mm-hmm. What?
What are you
That's today.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Jamie?
I know. I can do it in 2 months. You can sit down in a day and do the whole test.
You'd be stir crazy afterwards, but you could do it.
But you could, and then if you failed any sections, you could just go back and retake those sections. I could do the test in a day. There's no reason why. The only thing that's limiting me from doing it, to be honest with you, is the fee. Is scrounging up the fee. That's it. And I'm at the point now where I'll fucking hawk something, man, because I want my fucking RP. And there's 2 reasons for that. I do intend upon working on being a working parliamentarian.
Yeah.
You know, I want this. I know it's not going to be a full-time thing for me, but right now...
it's something to help.
Yeah, right now I have a bunch of little part-time gigs going on, and I want to work. I want my credential, not just for pride. It is part pride. But I want to work. I want to start trying to find some work. So I want the credential. I want to wait another fucking 2 years. And the cavalier way they're treating the people taking that second test, it's completely inappropriate and unprofessional.
They're being very picky about who they want in the Little Elite Club.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that. I just think the way they're treating the students or the perspective, I don't know. I find it very unprofessional. It's just not the way to treat things. You know, you give people more information. They shouldn't have to beg you for information. When you know it's taken a certain amount of time, they shouldn't have to write you. There should be a note. They don't have to write everyone individually. There's like a message board when you first sign in to where you take the test. They could put, their last message was March. You know, it's like they're above keeping people. I'm very, very cheesed off.
They're worse at avoiding communication with people than the LNC is.
I am very cheesed off about it because the registration fee is $200. That's not chump change to most people.
No, it's not.
You know, and the way they're treating people is just not right. It's not right. So at the end, when there is the evaluation, my happy ass will be giving all this feedback.
And they're not going to like it too much.
Maybe they'll suspend me. Seems to be the rage.
They'll have to have a trial first.
Wouldn't that be fun? Doesn't that, I want to... JJ, in the bylaws of the National Association of Parliamentarians, if they suspend their secretary, does it require a trial?
No.
But it wouldn't be so offensive for them. It's offensive for the Libertarians because of due process and our...
fundamental principles.
Ken is getting increasingly more and more upset about it, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like his and he right now, he's probably one of the best LNC members there. He never wants to serve again. Never.
In a way, I don't blame him.
He's like, I cannot wait to get the hell out of here. He goes, I was on once and I said I'd never be back. I was back for one reason, to protect the CRM, and he's like, never again. When one of the best people you have is like, this is hell on earth. Oh, and by the way, everyone, my ethics complaints still haven't been addressed.
They're not going to be until after Reno.
Or they're waiting to see what happens with the JC presidential. I wrote an email again 2 days ago and said, I shouldn't have, they're as bad as NAP, okay, because I have to chase them. I said I shouldn't have to be following up on this. You keep looking at my cleavage, that's fine.
I'm just looking at you.
You can look all you want.
Hey, hold still.
See if you can get the jackpot. You win a stuffed animal.
That's what she hoped for.
Okay, so what are we on? Are we on a wrong answer or are we on?
We're on 39.
I was ranting.
Yes, you were.
Okay,
I was letting you rant.
All right, let's continue.
Okay, 39. Again? No. C.
Okay.
40. D. 41. C. Next page. 42. A. 43. C. 44. A.
What? What did you have?
A.
Okay, how did I fuck that up? Which of the following statements is true?
In consideration of having a preamble.
The previous... Okay, I can see that. Never mind.
Yeah.
This whole thing was very confusing to me.
Remember, we had a discussion about that a while back about preambles in order of consideration when doing a resolution Serratium. Yeah, Serratium, because the preambles last to make sure it matches up with everything else in the resolution.
Yeah,
so it makes sense that if you're doing a previous question,
I fucked
part
it
of
up.
it that the preamble hasn't been touched yet, you still got to come back to
I fucked it up. Okay.
Yeah.
45.
45.
This is the one I was freaked out about.
Oh, this is the one I had it right, then I got it wrong. C.
I put C, but I don't know why. I guessed.
I changed it, is what it was.
I guessed C.
Okay. Originally I said C, then I changed it to A. Okay. The following resolution contains one or more errors in format. This one was confusing.
I wondered if I could put this even in front of the camera, because, like, no.
Not close enough, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Let me read it off. And I'm going to add punctuation in here, too, okay? The following resolution contains one or more errors in format. The errors occurs in which clause? A, this is what I said. Whereas, comma, the registration study group works hard each Saturday morning, semicolon.
Yeah. What did you think was wrong with that?
That it was
maybe?
missing an and.
No, the and is only on the second before, now therefore let it be. No, the and, I knew that wasn't it.
Okay. B, whereas, comma, such hard work requires great amounts of energy, semicolon, and. We said that was fine. C, that they say is the correct answer. Whereas, comma, there is a Dunkin' Donuts shop near the study site, comma, now therefore be it. D, resolved, comma, that a volunteer supply donuts each month for the study group.
Damn,
period.
I want some donuts. But I still don't know what's wrong with C. It was the only
Originally, I thought it was C because that comma for site should be a semicolon. But
Okay, now let's look. Page 109, lines
right at the end of it, the bottom of the page, 31 36.
1 through
Bottom of the
12.
Bottom of the page.
Oh, no, 108. Okay,
108 at the bottom of the page is the next one, yes.
Okay. You reading it or I'm
I'll
going?
take it.
Okay.
If there's a preamble, each clause written as a separate paragraph begins with the word, quote, whereas, unquote, followed by a comma, and the next word should begin with a capital letter. The preamble, regardless of how many paragraphs it is, should never contain a period. Fine. Fine. Each of the paragraphs should close with a semicolon, followed in the case of the next to last paragraph by the word and, which is optional for the preceding paragraphs.
So it's
also.
optional, okay.
The last paragraph of the preamble should close with a semicolon, after which a concerning expression such as therefore, or therefore be it, or now therefore be it is sometimes added. Okay, so it was the semicolon.
No, and there was two things.
When one of the phrases is included, no punctuation should follow it, and should always be placed at the end of the preamble.
There also needs to be a comma after therefore. Therefore, comma, be it.
Okay.
So there's two errors.
That's fair. But yeah, I was right about the semicolon part of it, though. I outsmarted myself.
Yeah, I guessed.
Trying to put your sheath back on?
Yes.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Because we're getting towards where we're going to go take more.
You're gonna choke your cleavage again.
Yeah. Okay.
You're strapping your cleavage.
I'm putting on my strap on.
That's what,
Are you ready,
and
Mike?
he went.
God, we make Roberts.
Screen capture this one.
Ooh, God, we make Roberts filthy as hell.
Of course.
46.
46. Yes. Where is it? Here it is. C.
I knew that one.
I had D.
Did you? No. Remember, one member on their demand. You and I have done this so many times. We've actually argued about this so many times. I think you've got a mental block on it.
It could be.
That when there's independent subjects.
Right. In one motion.
It's not even a motion. On the demand of a single member, it's divisible.
Okay.
It's just.
Well, I said D, the motion to division questions in order, which is true.
Yeah, it would be, but C is a better answer because it doesn't need a motion.
Yeah.
And I think the chair actually, no, I don't think it's in order, the motion for division of question. I think the chair, if a member moves for division, that means that one member wants it. I think the chair would rule the motion out of order and say, no, it's divided based just upon your request. I don't think it's in order.
Huh. Okay. Well, anyway.
I think that's real, like splitting hairs, but I don't think it's.
Hairs.
Yeah, I don't think it's in order.
I would argue the main motion's out of order because it deals with too many disparate subjects.
Well, you can do that though.
Yeah, but that's a point of information request.
Okay, I'm trying to put the sword in the sheath.
Are you trying to put the sword in the sheath or trying to comb your hair with it?
No, where's the sheath at? Help me.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Hold still.
guide it in. Hold
Guide
still.
it in, slide it
Oh,
in, baby.
baby. Oh. That was good.
That's what she said.
Maybe
I need a cigarette.
that was really good, Mike. You're talented. All right, 47.
What can I say? When you're good, you're good. 47. C.
Okay.
I got that one right. Next page. 2 more pages to go. 48. D. 49. B. 50. B. I said A. What the heck?
Oh, B. I had B. Well, it's not a ballot. I don't know where you got ballot. That's where you got confused.
If they made motion amendment, what'd you say?
Okay, 50 was bizarre because it introduced motions that aren't even mentioned in the question. Okay? And I know why you picked A because that's the only motion that's even mentioned in the question, but nowhere in the question did it say anything about ballot. And motions for postponement are not automatically ballot votes. That's why A is wrong.
Okay, well, I mean, I can believe that, but here's the question. If a main motion, an amendment to the main motion, and the motion to postpone it, for an Oxford comma there, to a certain time are pending, which of the following motions should be voted on first? They said A, which is what I said, a motion to vote on postponement by ballot. B, the correct answer, a motion to recess for 15 minutes.
Which is like, where did that come up?
Right, that wasn't even in the pile in the first place.
I was like, that was random, but all the rest of them are so what they're assuming.
JJ, we're not using the sword to split hairs.
They're assuming another motion's made after these other ones. And
C, a motion to refer the main question to a committee. That wasn't in the pile either. And D, a motion to lay the pending question on the table. That was also not in the pile.
right.
So the reason I eliminated C and D and B is because they weren't in the pile in the first place.
But then I went with you. I first said A, but then I said it says nothing about ballot. Yeah. So this has got to be some subsequent motions that you're just assuming are made, and out of them, recess has priority.
I call this a shitty question.
No, I got it right, so I'm calling it good.
You would.
I would. We don't agree. There's not a minority report here.
Neither was the minority.
Well, I was kind of making a whatever. I've had too much to drink. 51.
D. I got that one wrong.
Of course, the secretary, the secretary warrior princess.
Okay, I said president.
Where's my sword? Suspend this, baby.
That's what she asked. It is a good question. What's a good question?
He's saying it's not a shitty question. Yeah. Bears on you tonight. You sent us the lettuce for the shoe
cutters. Does that mean you're pouring them on you?
Or he Donner Party might have sent us some crypto.
That would be abusive alcohol if we poured it on them.
Yeah.
50. Okay.
50. Oh, okay.
The recess one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird question. But anyway,
I thought it was a good question.
That was a weird one. 52. B. I said A.
No, I did. I got that right. So what's
Previous notice may be properly... Okay, I'll admit, I got this one confused. Previous notice may properly be given in the following way. I said A, by written notice distributed at any given meeting during the previous calendar quarter. B, by oral announcement of the general purport, I hate that word, of the proposal, it should be purpose, at the previous meeting. C, by written notice distributed as members, and I knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
And D, by oral notice given at the preceding meeting after the chair has declared the meeting adjourned, which doesn't make any sense to me either.
Which means I got 53 wrong.
I said A because I was thinking of written notice for prior notice.
Yeah, no, it's B. You're allowed to give a general purport.
Okay.
I got 53 wrong. I know that.
And I got it wrong too. It's C.
What?
53 is C.
Then I got it right. So it was oral notice after the chair. Oh, the chair declared the meeting adjourned is different from voting. No, I got it right then.
53. Previous notice given at the meeting.
Did you get that right? 53?
No, I said A.
Oh.
If a previous notice is given at a meeting, A, which is what I said, the full text of the motion or resolution must be submitted.
No, just the general purport.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this is one of those cascade ones. B, the notice is in order when another person has been assigned the floor and has begun to speak. No. C, the correct answer is in order even if the meeting has been voted to adjourn. How can it be in order if you've adjourned?
The chair hasn't declared it adjourned.
Oh, I see. Okay, the little piece there, yeah. Mm-hmm. How expensive?
No, 50. He's talking about the question number, not. It doesn't cost $50 to drink beer.
Sorry, Lid. Little cross confusion there.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, hold on. D must be right.
Yeah.
Okay. 54. Car 54. Where are you? A. What?
What did you get? I put C.
I said C too. In parliamentary terminology, which of the following words means accept? A, adopt, that's what they say. B, ratify. C, receive. D, file.
I thought it was receive.
It wasn't D, we knew that.
Yeah.
I thought it was receive also. Ratify.
Let's look this up.
Because I remember having this argument.
Yeah, because it's weird. You're not supposed to.
Because of a bylaws report a while back.
Yeah, I remember we went over this.
124. Motion to adopt and motion to ratify.
Okay.
A motion to adopt or accept or agree to.
So accept. Okay.
An officer's or committee's report or recommendation which is by means of a main motion, directed the officer or committee to prepare as incidental main motion. The motion to adopt or accept a report or the recommendations of a standing committee prepared with the committee's own initiative in dealing with this subject that was not expressly referred to the committee member is not an original main motion.
But they're saying the words are equivalent.
Yeah, and I've had an issue with that for the longest time because to me, adopt something is totally different from saying accept it. Accept
Accept
saying,
is
here
like,
it is.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, adopt is saying we're making this policy.
Yeah, okay.
I've had this major disagreement with Roberts on this in the past because to me they are not the same thing. Receive, you're physically receiving the report. Here's the report, you accept it. Yes. Accept it does not mean that you accept the report does not mean
this shoulder is not obeying. I just got to lift it up.
It could be because of the sword. But,
it could be.
Well, not only that, but the other problem is that the coiling right here. This is over in the flash roll. The other one's over on the strap.
Yeah.
So they're not square.
All right. So
anyway, that one's just going to be an ongoing dispute. I don't like the fact they try to equate two terms that don't mean the same thing. 55 is A.
Yeah.
I got that one. I changed my mind on that one, but I got it. Now we're getting the ratify stuff.
Yeah.
56 C. I had C. I chose B.
And I went to D, but I see how I fucked up.
What acts of an organization can be ratified? A. Minor violations of bylaws.
Never.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
B, which is what I said, validate a viva voce election when the bylaws require a ballot vote.
Yeah, but that's a violation of the bylaws.
And I didn't realize that after the fact.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I changed it. Because of the very next question, but we'll get there. C, the correct answer, such action.
Yeah, and I understand why that's the correct answer.
And D, any illegal procedure. You said D initially?
I did. I did.
That means you dressed her badly. I'm not used to doing Xena outfits. I'm much better at trying to undress women than dress them.
Well, if he dressed me so that it keeps falling off, is that really dressing badly?
Oh, no.
Okay.
57. A.
Oh, yeah.
This goes back to what I was saying a second ago. I said B.
You said B?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's because of the waterfall. I got it.
Right. Even though I don't know where I get the censure out of that. But anyway. 58. C.
Yep.
59. B. 60. D.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Let's count how many each of us got wrong. And then we'll see if we got a passing grade.
TFM. I didn't pass. I can guarantee you that.
And it was 80%. So
80%. We got to get 54 out of 60 right.
So we can get...
No, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. 48 out of 60.
So we can get how many wrong?
12.
And still pass, barely.
Yes.
If you have 13 wrong, you failed.
Right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
12. Bomb.
8, 9, I got 11 wrong.
I got 23 wrong.
Did you get 23 wrong?
Yes.
Okay, oh my god.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bah!
Wait, hold on. We need the sad trombone. The beginning said 80%, JJ.
My price is right.
Yeah, there was like an introduction that said 80% because it was telling you when you have the 5 research questions, it said it said something like typically only 1 or 2 of them are really hard, so do the 4 easy ones and you at least got to the 80% to pass that section. So yeah, I passed, but not greatly.
I skunked.
I could only have missed 1 more. Well, no, 2 more.
Let's see,
No, 1 more. And if I had missed 2 more.
23 out of 60, that's 37.
Some of them, though, were dumb.
Yeah.
And I was rushing. But I'm not going to make excuses. I think if I wasn't...
that was barely 60%. That was terrible.
I think if I wasn't rushing, I would have gotten 3 more of those right. I still would have gotten, I think, 8 wrong, no matter how much time I took.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it now, the hang of it a little bit more.
Yeah. A lot of times some of these tests, they got to figure it out. So,
they did have it at 85%. So what would 85% be?
Of 60, that would have been 51.
51, which is only 9
Yeah.
that you could. So if it was 85%, I would have failed. 80%, I passed. Though if I took my time, some of these I was really dumb on. I'd have been okay. All right.
Some of these, because they were splitting two arrows and
Yeah.
tricky.
Plus, to be honest with you, I just started freaking out. Hilton, I was freaking out a little bit.
She was like, I'm stressing out here.
Yeah.
Like, breathe.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go do some more. If you want to.
Might as well.
Yeah. I'm hungry again, though. I want to make some popcorn, maybe.
Make some popcorn.
Yeah, I got to find it, though. Wayne's not here.
We'll find
Wayne's
it.
the cook
It's
of
hiding in the pantry, probably.
Wayne's the cook of that. So we have a popcorn maker. It's super easy. Like, it's
yeah.
just... All right, guys, so...
Keep in mind, I saw the same popcorn maker that I took with me to college 30 years ago. And it still works, too.
And Mike brought lotto tickets, not lotto tickets, scratch-offs. I love, and then I broke this fingernail scratching off. But we didn't win anything.
Well, the first one was a $3, and that broke even. That's been it.
But I meant, like...
The rest of them sucked.
we won, like, what they call, what is it? The ones that you have to turn, you can't go to the store. I forgot what they call them. I watch these channels for long enough that they have a term for when you have to actually mail it or go down to the Capitol to get it.
Right.
That's what we needed.
And then
you and I could have filmed going down to the Capitol. But all right, guys.
In that outfit?
Yes. But okay, guys, we'll probably be back to grade some more, but we'll probably do more than 60 this time. We wanted to kind of get the hang of it.
We want to get our feet wet, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, and depending upon how I do is whether or not I'm going to try to take this test. So far, I barely pass.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we'll probably be back
we'll let you know.
All right, guys.
So stay tuned to the channel, but don't be surprised if you have no idea when, because we're not sure when either.
Yeah, no, because we're going to take more, and I'm taking...
So we'll be back after this indeterminate length break.
Yeah. And I'm taking the armor part off. I'm leaving, like, the bodice on, but this armor is getting...
Well, the funny thing is, when you take off the armor and the bodice, and you're just down to the black
not the black
foundation thing, you look like all you're missing is the go-go boots.
Yeah, no,
You look groovy, man.
No, I'm keeping the leather bustier on underneath. It's just the armor plate because it's getting uncomfortable. Okay. All right, everyone. We will be back. Bye-bye.